Got about 20 knots of wind out there. We can see the athletes out there on 11 meters. Both the athletes out there on the Neo. The SLS and the D-Lab. For both of these guys. Duotone teammates. Friends on and off the water. But there ain't no friends out there right now. As it is time to go. It is official, as we mentioned before. Edson Cozzolino, third position. Gabriel Benetton in fourth. As we are getting ready to go into the final, less than a minute. All right, Carew in the whites, Matos in the orange. All right, Pedro Matos starting off, big open face hack already. As soon as we go on with the buzzer, he's getting in and getting involved. Both of the boys all the way up on the points. Matos in front, Carew behind him, as you can see him swooping that kite along. Matos putting on his kite to see and try and get some more power. Carew, big hack. This wave is looking very nice. It is opening out in front of him. Let's see if he can make it all the way down. He goes out in front of Pedro, gives him a little wink. As both of these guys know that the battle is on. Carew having a little look-see behind him. No, he's going to continue on with this wave as we go right into the sun. And now as we go across, Carew opening out two big hacks, gaining speed. James right in the pocket, releasing the tail up top. Now we're talking. There you go again, all the way down. What an opener here for the Aussie, as he is making it all the way down the line, peeking off this very nice little gem. Then got caught up there on the ends. But great opener there for James Carew. Pedro Matos staying a little bit further up. 24 minutes of action. Here we can see the replay of that last wave. Alright, so waiting for a score to come in here. James looking like he's already got a big number. As he is just coming in close to the shore. Not sure if he's going to be coming out of the water. If he is actually going to be going back upwind. Yep, he is going to be going back upwind. As I mentioned before, 24 minutes of action for your grand final here in Dakhla. Qatar Airways GK Kite World Tour, your kite surf discipline here for the GK Kite-Surf World Cup in Morocco. We were back there in Cape Verde. We had the first wave events, and then moving on over here to this right-hand point break. Matos in the orange, representing Brazil. Carew in the white, representing Australia. James Carew coming on off of a win in Silt. Was out for a complete year due to an injury as he broke his leg. Then first event back, taking the win. So he is definitely coming in here on a high. Pedro Matos, one of the most talented surfers we have on tour, and one of the most complete riders. He has won this event before. He is hungry. He wants a world championship title. He's been so close so many times. And now here, he's currently in fourth on the overall ranking. And you can see him out there on that 11-meter Neo. A duotone athlete as he is in position. Right on top of the points. It is going to be a waiting game. It is going to be a waiting game, as it's pretty much every set wave is what the athletes are going to want. We're waiting for some numbers to come in, but I can tell you Carew is going to have a big score as his opener, and Pedro Matos just a medium score as he kind of wasn't able to connect that wave. So Carew definitely going to be in the leads. But early days, 20 minutes to go. And we will find out who is going to be our champion here. Everybody down on the beach getting ready. just to see who is going to take the win. So James Carew, 8.70. What an opener there for the Aussie. And a 5.77 here for Pedro Matos. Alright, so both of them making their way back up to the point, but what a wave we saw from Carew opening up there with that 8.70. And Pedro Matos just unfortunately not linking it together. But there you go, here comes the set. This is what we wanted to see. Thank you, Dakhla, sending us wave for the final. Alright, Pedro having a look. So nice wave coming behind him. James tacking around. Pedro is going to be going in on it. Alright, here we go. Let the battles begin. Take off the gloves, guys. It is fists all the way. Here we go. Pedro Matos. Just the first check turn. Making sure he gets past that section. Yes, he does. Now, wave not really making much of it so far. Again, another check turn. Just going down the line. Now it starts to open up for the Brazilian. Starting to be able to get busy. Here you can see it forming along that sandbank. It is very close as that tide is getting low. We are pretty much at full low tide right now. Carew on the bigger one out the back. Big, powerful hack. Matos on the inside keeping it busy. Carew having to loop it through if he wants to try and get past this section and this set wave. Is he going to continue? Yes, he is. Matos off the top. Both of the boys going through the sun flare as we continue on. And Matos is going to be going against this, but Carew is staying one more time. Again, James taking the better wave of the set. Had more size and was able to get more out of it. And all the way down. So Carew, yet again, a little bit of a cover-up. As he stalls himself out, dragging the hands. Milking it to the very end. James Carew, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see the score there from Pedro. He had a couple of very nice turns. But I'm going to say the wave selection there from James was slightly better. So it looked like his wave had a bit more size. But the perspective here from the line might be different from the judges. As we're waiting for numbers. But yet James, he's coming in for another big score. You can see some of the judges' scores come in. So yeah, definitely James coming in for another big score, and he is going to be throwing down the hammer twice. First two shots. Twice for the body and looking for the head. 8.47 for James Carew. 17.17 already. So Matos is comboed out, and Carew has put in an absolute blinder to start off. But I will say one thing, Pedro Matos, one of the most stylish surfers out there. This is not going to be over until past the time, because I can guarantee you these guys are going to be banding it out until the end. So grab yourself a cold one, get comfortable, because the best kite surfing wave riding here in Morocco is about to come on your screen as we see this grand final right now. Alright, so Pedro back up top in position. I mean, Pedro, he's had 16 plus heats. He knows what he has to do. But James has definitely put him in a sticky situation to start off with, really throwing down that hammer from the beginning. Once again, you're here for the Qatar Airways GKA Kite World Tour as we are in Dakhla, Morocco for our kite surf discipline. Grand final, James Carew from Australia, Pedro Matos from Brazil. Marlin, absolutely. The dog is off the leash and he is snapping all the way along. Gil, how you doing, mate? Good to see you here on the stream. At the moment, I've got to agree with you. It does look like the Aussie is in control, but anything can happen as any of these two athletes can grab a wave and turn it into a 10-point ride. So it ain't over to the buzzer. And we have seen many buzzer beaters. Nice riding over there in Denmark, mates. I saw you had a very good competition. Hopefully, looks like that ankle is in full form as we continue on. 15 minutes, both of the athletes up the top. And just waiting for another set to come our way as the golden hour. It's definitely 5 o'clock somewhere. It's past 5 o'clock here. We'll be cracking a couple. As we can see, the beautiful sunset is starting to come over here in Dakhla. We get that pure orange fire, the fuego in the sky. And Carew just turning underneath. Not too shabby at all, mate. Not too shabby. Back in action. And here we can see James position himself a little bit further up on the reef. And Matos there in the back. You can see James with the grey Neo, the D-Lab over on the right-hand side. We can see Pedro Matos on the left. Both of the two-tone athletes. Matos comboed out, so he needs to have 2 waves. Plenty of time. Just under 14 minutes. You know what they say, ain't over until the fat lady sings. But you can see James is, one thing we can tell about James is his confidence, his mental game. He literally goes into the water saying, I am going to destroy. He really does, and you know, that is a powerful weapon to have anytime you have athletes of this caliber and this talent. Pedro Matos also very confident rider. He knows he is in a bit of a binder right now, but now he just has to be patient, because for, you know, to be able to get 8+ rides has to be a set wave. So there's no point of him scrapping down and trying to get some of the smaller waves. He has to wait for that set, and he has to be able to get on that bigger wave, because James has put in the work early. So there you can see Carew on the left in the white, Matos in the orange on the right. Right, Matos looks like he's deciding to go for this one. Okay, here we go. Pedro Matos, nope, little in and out. Calm before the storm, so we're just coming to the Ecuador halfway through. Tribe Carew, how are you boys doing? Luca and Woody super caddies, absolutely mate, on and off the water. Hope you boys are good. The Carew tribe hanging out of Australia, such a cool family. And the young whippersnapper, if he gets this, he's going to be even more of a handful. But right now, Pedro, couple of good turns. James as well, both of them on a set wave. This is looking better for the Brazilians so far. It's starting to open up. Carew firing out the bullets. Just linking it together. Really, you can see throwing it in. Pedro checking the turns as he's waiting for this wave to hollow out. It does look like it's going to do it for him this time. Here we go. Pedro Matos. Oh, tail slide there. Lend the hand out. Beautiful layback. All the way down to the inside of the bay as they just go through that sun flare, unfortunately, as that is right in front of our cameras. And now both of the guys just getting a few turns on these little inside rollers, and an air at the end there for Carew. So yeah, definitely great waves, but not quite. Definitely not what Pedro's looking for. He needs the 8 points. He needs it to be a big set wave. James is pretty much going to be going down to Mauritania on this wave. He is all the way down, as he just wants to milk every single opportunity as we're coming up on that 10-minute mark. Tribe Carew, send a couple of Cole Coopers my way, please. Preferably the red ones. And we can start to enjoy some of the action that we have out here right now. This man here, James Carew, in the lead. He is up against one of the top surfers on tour, Pedro Matos. James coming back with fire and with strength. He knows what it is to be going up against Pedro Matos. And Pedro so far Let's have a little look at the scores on that last one. Matos. Yep, like I said before, it's not going to be in the 8 vicinity. Still a good wave, you know, surfed it really well, letting that tail loose. But he needs 8+ rides. He needs anything above an 8.47 if he wants to have an opportunity out there. But watch out, here we go. Some motion in the ocean. As I can see some sets maybe coming his way as Pedro makes his way back up to the point. Turning around. He knows the time is ticking. 24 minutes here for this final. Medium 5 for that last wave there from Pedro. So obviously improves his scores, but it's not what he wants. It is not what he wants. Alright, so Matos. You can see as that tide is low, you're pretty much 100% low tide right now. And you've been putting some wheels on these boards. But Matos asking the beach what's happening. He knows he needs to improve on both of those scores. Carew also making his way back up. Looks like the wind has picked up ever so slightly. 8.70, 8.47. James Carew, 5.77. And one more score just about to be dropped for Pedro Matos. Your top 2 athletes here for the GKA Kite-Surf World Cup in Dakhla, Morocco. James Carew currently in the lead. Looking to go for 2 for 2. Coming back from his injury. Alright, we'll have to find out and see who is going to take that win. Who is it going to be? As we're waiting for those results to come in. Alright, so 7 minutes to go now. It is definitely getting close. It is getting close because 7 minutes to get 2 sets and 2 set waves. It's starting to become a sticky situation here for the Brazilian. They are definitely in position, so if a set could be coming through ever so slightly, and the waves are starting to wrap down the bays. I can see the beautiful view out here of my live stream booth, and there they are, everybody getting ready to see who is going to be the champion, who is going to be that number 1. Alright, so there we can see just waiting out there on the points. That sun is starting to come down. Alright, Pedro Matos. There you can see appearing in the background. Alright, here we go. Matos. A little bit of a floater flying through. As there we go, Mr. Cameraman, thank you. Making his way on this little inside roller. Off the top, oh, releasing the toes and releasing the tail. Stalling it out. Matos, he's hungry. He knows what he has to do. It has to be big. Beautiful tail slide there from him. Check turn back to the power zone. It's a smaller wave, but he is making the most out of it. And he knows that it's not enough. He has such a nice style, this guy. Just really has not had... Look at that. That is picture perfect. Just really has not had the bigger waves. James has just picked off the set so well. Better wave selection right now. And Pedro is getting very close to not going to be able to get those 2 sets. 4.5 minutes to go. He needs 2 waves above an 8.47. He's comboed out right now. And James just staying up on the point. We can start to see everybody there. Getting ready and surrounding. And waiting to see who the champion, the number 1, is going to be. Also see some of the wing foilers getting ready to go out on the water. As obviously the break has been closed for the competition today. So they want to go out and have a little ride. As we are under 4 minutes to go. Oh, there you go. The flags are out. Australia, Brazil, Italy, Cape Verde, Brazil. Who is going to be lifting the top flag? Who is going to have the top place on the podium? So far, it's looking like it could be James Carew, but anything can happen. Pedro Matos is comboed out. He needs 2 waves. 3 minutes to do it. I mean, it ain't over until it's over. But it is going to be very hard for him to be able to achieve that inside 3 minutes. Carew already up the top. Pedro is there as well. Just having a little look out the booth here. As we are going to be getting ready to see who our champion is going to be. As we have the final 2 minutes. Just the final 2 minutes coming our way. So 2 minutes to go. Pedro looking for a miracle. James taking off those 2 first sets, getting the bigger waves and getting the upper hand early on. Carew 8.70, 8.47, 7.43 and a 0.93 his wave scores. Matos 5.77, 5.67, 0.4, 5.93, 5.22. So you can see Carew just slightly ahead as we come into the final 90 seconds. You can see Pedro now, hand off of the bar. He knows that he's not going to have a chance as he is comboed out and would need 2 waves. He would need 2 waves, and there's no way he's going to be doing that in 60 seconds. Alright, so the final 30 seconds. The final 30 seconds coming our way. As it is going to be James Carew. But Pedro Matos dropping it in on a wave here. And that is going to be it. So ladies and gentlemen, It is going to be this man here on your screen. James Carew is going to be your champion here in Dakhla. As there it is, it's over. So it is the Aussie who takes the win, and the face says it all. Aussie, 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 Aussie. James Carew, your 2024 GKA Kite-Surf champion here in Dakhla, Morocco. Congratulations, mates. And also a big congratulations there to Pedro Matos for some amazing surfing. There you go. There's the vibes. That is what we're looking for. And you can see just James absolutely stoked. 2 for 2. Took the win in Silt and also took the win here in Dakhla. So as we can see, those official results, as it's going to be James Carew first position, Pedro Matos second position, Ayrton Cosolino in third, and Gabriel Benetton in fourth. Congratulations, athletes. And while we're waiting, let's see the highlights of that final. What a day of action down here for the GKA Kite-Surf World Cup in Dakhla. Our champion, James Carew from Australia. Second position, Pedro Matos from Brazil. Third position, Ayrton Cosolino representing Italy. And in fourth position, Gabriel Benetton from Brazil. I'm Josie Ashton, and thank you very much for tuning in on the stream. There has been action non-stop as we'll be continuing tomorrow with the women. Thank you very much for tuning in as we are going to go down to the beach to catch the emotion and the face of our winner.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back.
World champions will be crowned, legends will be made. This is going to be epic.
This is a dream come true.
And let's go for the next one.
just missed my flight. Didn't do it on purpose. Yeah, don't worry. I'll keep it safe. Okay, bye.